Alright, so it's time to get on to this stuff. So I will show me interacting with every hostess once. Only once, because I'm gonna be dealing with them for a few hours. So I'm only going to be showing off just me fully talking to them once. And then there are other little events and stuff like that. So we'll start with Mika here. Mika's right this way, sir. Oh yeah, this is that one we ran into before. Is that right? Sounds good to me. I'm gonna pay out the ass for this one as well. And I'll have this. I like that too, it's so good. Would you like something to eat? Let's see. So now I'm just gonna go back to being something. What can I buy? Chicken basket. Or what if I just bought the other? One of my favorites. Hold on, I'll order it. Yes, right away. Thank you. What a pleasure. Cheers. Goodbye. Sit back and relax. Let's get on down to the actual parts. Hey, Kitty-san, you're from Tokyo, right? In a broad sense, yeah. Well, I think I should also record these as well. Cool, I'm actually from Tokyo too. Really? What part? I used to live in Nirima. I grew up in Kanagawa, where my family lives, but I moved to the city for work. I certainly spent more than a few evenings living it up in Kamurocho. Is that so? Kamurocho's great. There's always something new and exciting to do, no matter the time of day. The city never sleeps. You're right about that. I have to admit, though, I do miss Tokyo. I see. How'd you end up in Okiwana? Everyone asks me that. Is it because I look like I'm not from around here? Even with the flower and the tan? Well, I like to tell people that I was completely enchanted by the warm tropical sun and the beautiful clear ocean. I just couldn't leave them behind. Not too hard to believe. Kiryu-san, have you had any trouble understanding the words and phrases they use here in Okiwana? A little, yeah. The people here have all sorts of words and phrases that I couldn't even start to understand. For example, they refer to themselves in mainlanders totally different. Right. Take, Shimanchu and Uchianchu? For example, I knew Shima meant island, but the rest completely reordered me. The first time I heard someone refer to themselves that way, I was completely lost. Yeah, I definitely was confused by that at first. What else? Oh hey, they call trash cans chirabaku instead of gumibaku. Dust cans instead of trash cans. I think that's really cute. Oh, I thought of another thing. In Tokyo, and pretty much everywhere else, when you leave work, you kinda half apologize for not being the last one to leave, right? But here in Okiwana, they aren't formal about it at all. They pretty much just say, okay, I'm out of here, bye. That's a pretty drastic difference, yeah. I've really taken interest in all that little language differences between here and the mainland. I can tell you some more if you'd like. Yeah, I'm learning a whole lot. Thanks for the lesson. You're quite welcome. Feel free to ask me about cool Okiwana words anytime. I love talking about them. Will do. You can use that opportunity to tell me more about yourself, Kiryu-san. Sounds like a plan. It's about time for us to wrap things up. Jeez. Well, it was nice talking to you. Hope you had a good time. Definitely. I got her business card. I see, here's your bill, sir. Ah, shit. Spent so much damn money. Yes, yes. Well, I just realized something. If we're gonna have that, what's the point of me only showing it once? Fuck. Give me back in there. Let's get down to it, alright? Sure, I'll give a gift. What is it? I mean, yeah, if I want to be cheap about it. Let's see, how well does this do? Let's see. We're gonna have probably 4 episodes of just this.
Kanpai.
As much as I love going out on the town in Kamurocho and the rest of Tokyo too, I didn't really have much time to party. I was always so busy with work. What did you do for work over there? I was the secretary for the president of a brokerage firm. Wow. I think you can imagine how busy that kept me. After all the things they had me doing for the company, I feel like I came out of it as a jack of all trades. Sounds like a tough job. You've got that right. Despite how busy it was, I did get a lot of valuable experience out of it. For example, I learned how to make reservations at somewhat shady restaurants, and how to lie about our company dealings with the president's wife. To be honest, sometimes I found myself thinking, wait, should this even be part of my job? What sort of other things did you have to do for them as a secretary? Let's see. One time, he had me line up early outside a department store to buy a limited edition toy that his grandkid really wanted. There were even times where he made me go on dates with his most important clients. That sounds awful. It was. Still, when I tell people I had to do all of those things, they're always so surprised. But in spite of all the trouble I suffered through, I ended up gaining a lot of relevant career-level experience. Glad I was worth it. Or, not I, glad it. Kiryu-san, have you heard of Okiwana time? Okiwana time? Is that like a special time zone? I guess you aren't in the know. Well, what is it then? It's an old Okiwana custom, or at least that's what the locals say. Okay. What's it all about? So, let's say you plan to meet up with someone around noon. You expect them to show up around 12, right? Well, a native Okiwana should show up an hour later, or worse. That's Okiwana time. Really? That's a thing? Yes, really. Of course, there are Okiwanas who like to be on time, but I think more narratives tend to show up on the later side. Narratives? Natives. Continuing my example, though, they won't show up at 12, but they'll text you at 12 and it won't be what you expect. Guess what do you think they say? Sorry, I'm gonna be late.
違いますね。
Nope. They'll ask, hey, when are you leaving? Really? Can't say I'd be happy to get that text. Right? But I suppose that's just how they do things in Okiwana. But like I said before, not every Okiwana is like that. Though that's what usually happens around here. Must be the Okiwan way. Wow, Kiryu-san, do those kind of things not bother you? You don't mind if people are late? I'm not sure, to be honest. But I can understand why living on this island might make people stop caring so much about being on time. I totally get what you mean. That's what makes Okiwana such an amazing place to live.
So,
You've got that right.
桐生さん。
And our time is up. Wait. Oh shit, no, we're still going. I had no idea how I was supposed to take care of him. He constantly meowed at me. I would always meow right back at him. That's cute. I named him Tuna. The reason's pretty silly. The first time I fed him, I gave him canned tuna, and he just couldn't get enough of it. From that moment on, I started calling him my little Tuna. Recently, though, Tuna's gotten really picky about his food. He'll only eat the beef and chicken flavor, and only the expensive brand, too. What am I gonna do with this cat? Sounds like a fussy feline. Yes, and it's taking a toll on my wallet. Tuna's a good name. Thank you, Kiryu-san. I'm sure you'd be as shocked as I when I saw him wolfing down the can of tuna. I swear you'd think it was the first time he had been fed in weeks. You sure make it sound like a sight to see. I wish he'd been more like his name and go back to eating cheap cans of tuna. If he won't do it for me, he could at least do it for my wallet.
so,
Yeah. This is a good place to stop. There's plenty of money. Should we keep going? Extend the session. I'll stay a
おかわ
little
りし
longer.
ます？
Looks like your glass is empty. Would you like another? I'm gonna try doing 100. I'll have this. Okay, that gives a full half. It's kind of surprising, actually, except to eat. Okay.
すいません。
I would love to make this go faster and just do the 300. Because what the fuck am I saving my money for? I'm not gonna end up getting like
乾杯
10 million yen, so
はい、どうぞ。
I saved up all that money so this shit could go faster.
私ね、
You know, when I moved to Okiwana, I realized there's a big difference between people here and people from the mainland. What's that? People from Okiwana have completely different attitudes. I'm not sure how to describe it exactly. It feels like the walls they put up between each other are much lower. Does that make sense? You can see it in the way they speak, or how they approach one another. They're straightforward about how they feel about people, and they're so warm and friendly to everyone. You think so? I know so. When they're walking down the street, they'll greet everyone, even strangers, with a friendly, "Hey, what's up, brother?" It's so sweet. They aren't shy at all, and when they talk to you, they make you feel like you've known them forever. There's this level of friendliness that you'd never see in Tokyo. Completely different culture. It's a completely different culture here.
ですね。
Exactly. I've been all over Japan, but I've never seen anyone act like this. It's only something I've experienced while living here in Okiwana. Really? That's surprising. I mean, every place has their upsides and downsides, sure, but still. Between the glittering ocean, the warm sun, and the kind of people, I know that my decision to move to Okiwana was the right one. I'm glad you're happy. So, have you done any sightseeing around Okiwana since you moved here? You know, I don't think I have. Well, if you ever have to go outside of the city, you should definitely get a car. The monorail doesn't run outside the city, so you really have no choice. It's either a car or a bus. I'll remember that. I live a bit far from the city myself, but I don't own a car. I own a bicycle. A bicycle. Must be pretty good exercise. It is. My thighs are nice and toned now. When I first started here, everyone was so shocked to hear that I bike to work every day. Imagine how shocked they were to see me walking out of the changing room in full riding gear at the end of the day. You certainly don't see that every day. Sometimes when I've had a little too much to drink, I'll give in and call a taxi. I'm not that crazy. There are so many great reasons to ride a bike, though. It's environmentally friendly, it saves money, it's super fun, and best of all, it's healthy for you. What kind of bicycle do you ride? I ride a racing bicycle. Whoa, really? That's a surprise. I know, it's a little weird, right? No, not at all. Sounds pretty practical. Oh, thank goodness. I just don't know what I would have done if you told me I looked better on a girly cruiser bike with a big basket. I'm sure you'd look good riding on one of those too.
Kiryu-san.
Your son, do you have any hobbies? Not really, to be honest. Well, mine's different than what you might think. I'm really into bodyboarding. What? Wow, you're right. I would never have guessed that. I started doing it last year, but now that I've gotten better at it, I'm having so much fun. It's good to find a hobby you enjoy doing, that's for sure. The only downside is that because I'm out in the sun, body surfing all the time, I've gotten really tan. I can see that, yeah. You know, despite the stereotypes, you can still find some pale-skinned people here in Okiwana.
そうだな。
That's true. Though everyone seems to buy into the stereotypes that all Okiwanas have dark tan skin. Most tourists just assume I'm another native Okiwana. Obviously, it's gotta be this one. Yeah. I like a girl with a healthy tan.
本当？
Really?
Ah.
You bet. Here I was thinking you might be into girls who are more pale, Kiryu-san. Yeah, well. It's about time for us to wrap things up. 160.
おやすみ。またね。
This shit's gonna take forever. It's gonna be a whole episode just for one of these girls, isn't it? See you again. Alright. Okay. Mika again.
来てくれたんですね。私に会いに来てくれたんですか？
Did you come to see me? Of course. Never should I give a gift? Yes. Have this.
何にします？
She really didn't even care for that. Fucking give it back. Alright, how much is this gonna do? I have this. Alright, I would assume that was a half and other things. I think I'll just stick with 100.
すいません。
Cheers.
乾杯。
はい、どうぞ。気になることがあって。
Have you noticed how things are a little more expensive here in Okiwana? You think so? Oh, definitely. Everything's priced a little higher. Even the vegetables can be way more expensive here than on the mainland. While on the other hand, rent is so wonderfully cheap. couldn't imagine paying rent this well in Tokyo. And here, you don't need to pay any registry fees when you move in. Is that right? Yes, and plenty of places in the city don't even make you put down a security deposit. It's great. That's pretty nice. I got a miraculous deal when I started renting the place I'm living at now. They let me sign the lease without putting down a security deposit or paying, a fee. I even haggled my landlord into a better deal on rent. Wow, that is pretty miraculous. Yes, it's only costing me 5,000 yen a month to live there. I couldn't ask for a better landlord. How'd you trick them into that? With my charming smile, of course. You better not be getting any weird ideas about my methods now, alright? No weird ideas there. Watch out, Kiryu-san, or I'll use my miraculous haggling skills on you too. Alright. I have a question for you, Kiryu-san. Well, what would you say is the most attractive part of a woman to you? Where'd this question come from? I'm just curious. I guess I just want to know what you like about me. And, well, you don't usually start any conversations, so I had to take the initiative. So, Kiryu-san, what's my most attractive asset? Let's see. Oh, geez, this is the thing. Her calming eyes. Your eyes. My eyes? They're so calm and relaxed. Hey, don't stare right into them. You're going to make me blush. You know, something happened to me recently that made me find a new appreciation for the people of Okiwana. Yeah? What happened? One of the roads I used to get home is a really busy street with tons of traffic. It's a pretty dangerous road for pedestrians and bikers. Despite that, there was this old lady trying to jaywalk across the street right in the middle. Uh-oh. I got off my bike and went to help her. But before I got to her, all the cars slowed to a stop so she could cross. Really? Yep. Traffic was backed up for a long time while they were waited for her to get across the street. I asked my friend about it afterwards, and she told me Okiwans always let their grandmas do as they please. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, everyone in Okiwana calls old men and women grandpa or grandma, and because Okiwan women are such hard workers, grandmas sit right at the top of the totem pole, so everyone lets them do what they want. I never knew that. That's why nobody complains, even if there's a grandma jaywalking across 6 lanes of traffic. It's just another wonderful part of the Okiwana culture I've come to love and cherish. What about grandpas? I've heard they were a little bit of a special treatment too. They get offerings. I think that's what they call them. Offerings? What, did they get treated like gods? Oh, I'm sure it's just an exaggeration. It can't be more than just trinkets. Still, since the grandmas work much harder, grandpas really don't rank higher than them. Is that how it works? Don't worry, Kiryu-san. I like the grandpas too. Is she talking about me?
Kiryu-san.
I've got a problem, Kiryu-san. Will you hear me out? Of course. Shoot. A lot of younger guys are taking a liking to me nowadays. I know I'm just picky, but I wish they wouldn't. You don't like younger guys? I mean, I'm into older guys. Every guy I've ever dated has been like 10 or more years older than me. There's so much to learn from older guys. I love that about them. They're just so much fun. I see. Though I guess that might be how younger guys think of me. Older guys suit you. You think so? Yeah. Well, thanks. I'd love to go on a date with someone as cool and composed as you, Kiryu-san. Stop. Shit. Gotta extend the session. Gotta fill out her heart. I'll stay a little longer then. Looks like your glass is empty. Do you want another? I can just get a cheap thing. I'll have that. Yes, good. Hold on, I'll order it. All the hearts are filled now. I'll get that started for you, sure.
どうぞ。
乾杯。
はい、どうぞ。
Thinking Kiwami, you actually do get drunk from the drinks. Kiryu-san, I haven't been out in town in a long time. Have you heard any interesting stories? I'd love to hear them if you have them. Interesting stories. Let's see. I guess I'll tell her about this.
そういえば、
Have you ever heard of Taken? It's kind of a choo-choo made with red pepper. Kiryu-san, how did you know what my favorite kind of alcohol is? Oh, it is? Yes, I love to drink Takahata cranberry juice. It's so smooth, I always end up drinking way too much.
ね。
So the other day I was having a bit of a girl talk with a friend of mine, and you know what? Actually, I'm sorry. Look, we got full hearts, and this is taking so long, and I'm just gonna go with it. We're just gonna skip on by, because we got full hearts, this is taking so long, and this is so boring.
So. そう。
あ、そうそう。
Time for us to wrap things up. How do I get her out on the date, though? Because we got full hearts, so... No, what am I going in there for? Question. Let's go in there, we're gonna skip on by, and we're gonna see if we can get her on the date this time because she's filled up. I'm just trying to see even how 3 changes these up. Would you prefer someone else? She's not here. Wait, what? She's not working today. Second thought, no thanks. So she isn't here. Okay, hold on. She... Oh! Hello, is this Kiryu-san? This is Mika from Flawless. Oh, hey. What's going on? I was just feeling a little lonely, so I was wondering if you were free right now. Sure, I'm free. Great. Can we meet up at the Smile Burger on Enrique Boulevard? Smile Burger on Enrique Boulevard, sure. Okay, I'll meet you there, thanks. Don't get into a fight. Oh, God. I think I have to go through like 4 to 5 dates with each. Oh, my God. This is actually the worst. Why do you need to have hostess sub-stories? Why? Why? I don't like them. Is she in here or outside? Oh, there she is. Oh, Kiryu-san. I was